I really want to make a video about aging. I will be 60 this year. I am way past menopause. I do not take any hormones. I never have. And I still get wet enough to fuck. I do not use lube to fuck. I do not use any hormones. So I want to put an end to this whole myth of women after menopause become these dried out cactuses or dried out prunes. I mean, I'm not going to negate any woman's experience of her body. I'm going to honor it. What I will say is, I think there's certain elements in life or certain factors that can help us stay full of vitality and aliveness and health and joy well into our 50s for sure. Because I'm not the only one that's that way. I have other ladies I know who are in their late 50s who have the same experience I do in their bodies. They enjoy their sexuality still. And it has to do with, I guess, living a healthy lifestyle. That's a big thing. And living from the heart, being outdoors, enjoying nature, being somewhat connected to the earth or to God or something in nature. Eating well, exercising. I just want to dispel the myth. I don't have all the answers, but I see a lot of ladies that as they get older, they let themselves go. They become super chubby. It's harder for them to move. Maybe they have some resentments, they have some stress, and there's nothing that will kill your sex drive more than resenting the person that you're living with. So you think you lost your sex drive, but really you're just resenting your partner. And I know for me, I cannot have sex with someone I resent or that I'm angry with. I think that our emotions are a huge factor in our health. Now we know that there are these messenger molecules which go throughout our body depending on our emotional state. It's so important to feel peaceful, relaxed, and happy as much as possible, so that our bodies can be healthy. Eating foods fresh from the earth, getting sunshine, really like some stretching or Pilates and physical mobility. These things are all important. I am not a believer in taking medications. I barely even have some Tylenol here at home. I think that too many people rush to take medications rather than looking at the underlying cause for their problem. So if you have anxiety or depression, don't take those medications, you guys. Solve it naturally, because otherwise you're just masking the problem and you're still feeling underneath all that tension and anxiety and sadness. And that's not good for our bodies. Our bodies are responding to our thoughts and our emotions more than anything. Could I get cancer tomorrow? Yes. A heart attack or a stroke? Yes. I'm not saying I have it all figured out or that I'm invincible. What I am saying is that I am 59 and I am not experiencing any of this myth and this bullshit that people keep saying about aging. If I were to sit around eating McDonald's all day long, flopping around on a couch, sedentary, I probably would need lube too. Or I probably wouldn't even want to have sex. Or if I was married to some guy who wasn't nice to me or who was critical, I wouldn't want to have sex either. And maybe I would blame it on the menopause. I think one of the best things I ever did for myself was get divorced. It brought back so much of my vitality, I kid you not. Anyway, I don't mean to get on my soapbox, but I get really annoyed at this whole thing. When I read about women needing lube for sex, I get a little bit triggered, like, as if women are these helpless beings that they can't get wet. Saying that a young woman needs lube for sex is saying a guy needs Viagra to get hard. Like, why do people need all these things to have sex, which is natural? Why can't we just tune into our bodies and listen to our bodies? If you're not wet, maybe you have a good reason for it. I think that's a signal to you that you're not enjoying your partner, that maybe you're dehydrated. When I stop responding sexually, I get really curious. And I found quite a few things that make me lose my sex drive. If I let men touch me in a way that doesn't feel good, I lose my sex drive. If I'm too dry, it doesn't feel good to be touched down there. So I use some moisturizing cream in my private property area. Um, I make sure that I'm hydrated, and a big part of that is eating fruit. That gets me more hydrated than just drinking a lot of water. I make sure that I'm in a joyful, relaxed state, that I'm open and receptive, that I feel appreciated by my partners. I always think that there's more to it, and I want women to know that you're powerful beyond measure, and you are a strong sexual being way beyond your 50s. I'm looking forward to my 60s being even better sexually than my 50s.